This has been a pretty crazy week for developing Throwbro, so make sure you stick around to see all the new features and how you helped influence the game. Ahoy hoy Epic Plasma Gamers, and welcome back to our devlog series on Throwbro, a platforming game where you throw blocky things at blocky dudes, because you already know I hate blocky dudes. Last week we implemented a bunch of new enemies that have made all the progress this week a lot easier, so let's get right into it. My job this week was to work on polishing the game's current content rather than implementing more, and for starters, I wanted to make it so you could get from the world map into the levels. So I spent a couple hours setting up a transition into this dialogue scene. Now, not every level will have dialogue, but this is the main way that the story will be showcased in Throwbro. You can see there's a nice little animation as the characters fall in, and then you can just click through the text. They leave, and you get into the next level. I wanted it to be pretty quick and smooth, because I have a feeling most people will be interested in the gameplay more rather than the story, but it's nice to have for those who want it. The next thing I went on to do was a bunch of little small things to polish out the world. There's new particles for when you smash the pots. We brought back this parallax background that we showed in the last video, as well as making a whole new one that you'll see more of later in the video. Now, there's something serious I need to talk to you about. You see, there's been some weird things happening lately along the shore of Green Throw Island. There's been some disappearances, some green folks going missing, and we haven't ruled out any specific motives. As far as we can tell, they were all just in the wrong place at the wrong time. You'd be happy to know that there is a connecting thread, however. Not a single one of these missing was an Epic Plasma gamer. Now, I don't know what this says about the motives of whatever's happening here, but all I can say is that if I were you, I'd want to make sure I was an Epic Plasma gamer. Sorry, did you say you don't know what an Epic Plasma gamer is? Oh, well, it's only the most YouTube channel ever. All you gotta do is subscribe and hit that bell, and I promise it'll be worth your time.
For my work this week, I wanted to put some emphasis on the game's visual design. For the new levels, which we'll be showing shortly, we wanted to go for a dark forest vibe. I made these different colored trees in the background, and added danger fruit that falls from the trees and damages the player, because all my Epic Plasma gamers hate fruit. No, just me. As promised, we added the bird dudes from the last video in the game. Some of them also carry danger fruit to drop on the player. As I was designing this level, I had an idea to carry on the theme by adding these elevator bird houses. As you can see, you can jump on it and catch a ride. No Uber driver, no runtime fees, just you, the birdhouse, and Unity's physics engine. As cool as that is, it's quickly shadowed by these epic treetops that you get to run across. You can run around, jump on bird dudes at bird dudes. You know, Throwbro stuff. At the very end, I added this challenging section where you jump between birdhouses and try to grab a collectible. I thought this would be a fun way to put some risk and reward into the game. I also wrote a song for this level, which you can hear playing now. Then I moved on to the fortress. It's scary, I promise. This level is all about getting the player familiar with Throwbear. For example, here you can use Throwbear's blocks to knock down the straw bridge and make your way into the fortress. And in another section, you have two Throwbears throwing blocks at each other. In a loving way, I promise. I also added the section where you can use his blocks to activate the stretch block from the previous levels. While these levels aren't finalized, I feel that they are interesting enough to help the player get a good idea of how these enemies work, as well as keep a good theme for each level. Another thing we did this week was include you, Epic Plasma gamers, in our design decisions for this game. While it's not implemented yet, you all voted for which version of this boost arrow you liked more. And in a vote hopefully less rigged than the mob vote, rest in peace penguins, we are happy to announce that the mushrooms are the winner. You will likely see this working in the next video. In the future we will likely be doing this again, so make sure you subscribe and join our Discord for true Epic Plasma gamer status. Anyways, Picklepedia isn't going to read itself. I best get going. Toodles.